Your life is changing right now in order for you to expand your horizons. Hello, hello. Welcome back or welcome to Soul Whispers with 𝗪𝗁. I'm so happy to have you here with me. This is a soul-led message, which means if it doesn't resonate deep within, or if you're fighting with this story in any sort of way, to please leave it behind for the souls that it is meant to find. May love hold you, may truth guide you, and may you be released from whatever is not yours. And so it is. Okay, my friends, so currently in this season we have that higher wisdom, and at the bottom there we have turn the page. So you're obviously, with that card coming out, in a season where there's more for you to learn, and whatever it is that you are learning is really going to expand your horizons, okay, or expand what you currently know right now. Let's see what we're moving towards. We have emerging dawn, enjoy the journey. I'm sorry, this is what you were moving away from. Emerging dawn. Trust that every ending is another beginning coming to disguise. Enjoy the journey. Feels like you're moving away from a beginning. That's interesting. I don't know why you would be moving away from a beginning, but let's see what you're moving towards. We have breakthrough. There's an opportunity. Okay. And this cat seems to be, very like looking this way. I feel like there's going to be some sort of breakthrough that comes with this moving away from whatever this new beginning is. And at the same time, that doesn't make sense to me, because if you've ended something, it's almost like anything you do is going to be a new beginning to the ending that you just had. So maybe it's actually, moving away from beginning the same cycle again and moving toward the breakthrough, so that we get out of the loop and get into the spiral where we're evolving. Even though we might keep moving in a cycle or a circle, we're evolving that, as opposed to living that same experience over and over again. The purpose of this season is for you to learn or experience. We have Dream Weaver, make miracles. Dreaming and imagining brings your powerful vision into reality. It feels like you're meant to experience bringing your truest desire to manifest into this reality. And this season is for you to explore that. Like, that higher wisdom coming in is like, I think you really need your focus to be on, so you don't go into the same loop of like, what is it that you really do want? And then looking up information like, okay, so this is what I would like to do. Has this been done before? If this has been done before, has it ever been done in this way? Or of all the ways it's been done, where do I feel I range within that? And you might find that you take bits and pieces of everything to formulate your own expression. But there is something for you to learn, and it is in relation to what it is that you really want to bring into this world or experience. It's like this dream, this fantasy that you keep kind of daydreaming about. What characteristic to embody through this season? Answers unfold, make a chance. We have the butterfly. think this is one of those for you to experience keeping your mind open to miracles while still taking the steps necessary. Like, for example, if you can't understand, like, I don't know how I can actually create a living this way, or I don't know how this is going to be possible. I've seen other people do it, but I'm not sure I can. It's like, keeping an open mind, embodying almost like seeing the miracle of a caterpillar, in that if you give it enough time, and eventually you are going to transform, or this situation or your life is going to transform into this other. And in a way, for this particular collective, it feels almost like you're going to have a very different life from the first part of your life to the second part of your life. It's like the first part of your life, you were a caterpillar, not understanding, like, you knew there was something bigger for you, but not understanding completely that you also had this butterfly essence within you, not understanding that at some point you were going to transform into this. And if you really think about it, like a caterpillar, I feel like they're not going to think like, how do I become a butterfly? I'll never be that. Like, it's not even something conscious in them. It's just, it's a seed. You were born with it. It's an energetic blueprint. I don't know why this is coming out. And to be 100% honest, I don't have a lot of information on this. But what's coming through with this, or for me to talk about in this particular situation, is I saw a story, and again, I don't know the exactness of it, so just hear me out on it. I shouldn't say the exactness. It's that I don't know, I can't verify the truth of this technology, but it did kind of confirm something for me, if it's accurate, right? If what I read about is actually true. So there was a fighter pilot that went down, and technology was used to find this person. And basically everybody has their unique own energetic signature. Okay. It was compared to a fingerprint. So our heart has a magnetic field to it, and everybody's magnetic field, or we'll call it that, everyone's magnetic impulse or pulse or energy is different. And so not only were they able to have the technology to detect that everybody has their own unique blueprint, which I believe is like your own unique soul blueprint, but that they could even find it. They have a technology where they can locate this genetic, or this energetic imprint. And so for you, it's like, I feel like the reason I bring this up is because I feel like that caterpillar doesn't realize that its energetic blueprint contains the codes to transform into this butterfly. And I feel you are that person. And the more that you focus on putting your dreams into reality, the more, or with ease, you start becoming this butterfly. It's like you start transforming as you start looking down these different avenues. Okay. If you go with this change, you will experience a slow climb, worth the work. You're getting there one steady step at a time with a little bit of effort. Is that not, I feel like I already just said that. So I just all went into that, but it's exactly what I was experiencing, is like, you're going to get there. Again, you just don't know when, but it's like, again, that caterpillar living the first half of its life one way, and you living and the second half in a different way. This is the same thing for you as you take the steps. What steps? That's it, because I'm being drawn to this card. And the steps, it feels like, is to learn about you. The higher, it's interesting, the higher wisdom that seems to be coming through for you in this season is the higher wisdom about you and your ability to transform into this. If you resist this change, you will experience, we have fully immersed, stay in flow, everything you want is all around you. You just waiting for you to see it. I feel like you're gonna, if you resist and you go into this new beginning, I feel it, as opposed to stopping the loop, right? Don't start the cycle anew, start a different cycle. It just seems like you're going to be waiting a lot, right? It feels like it's going to slow it down. Even though we have the fish coming out, the words that were kind of that I was feeling more strongly resonating with within this reading is that all around you, just waiting for you to see it. So I feel like if you resist this knowledge, if you resist this truth that you can transform into this butterfly, metaphorically, right? Like, I don't know what this transformation is going to look like. I wonder if we can get, I don't know what this transformation is going to look like in your life, but it is the ability for you to transform. Let's see, what are we transforming? I don't know how to say that. Fecundity? Dreams, like seeds, require fertile soil in which to grow. This is the ability to produce a plethora of new ideas, growth, or offspring. I feel like your ideas and your offspring, this is going to be something that you transform, and that your ideas are going to be transformative. We have hope. That's the word, by the way. I don't know how to say that. I've never heard of it before. Fecundity? It's really fun to say if I'm saying that right. Fecundity. But it's basically like taking care of. Okay, hope. And we have inspiration. Well, maybe, and you know, take it how you will. Maybe you were a little bit of a negative Nancy in kind of a previous life, a little bit pessimistic, thinking that things don't work out for you. That's just not you. And I feel like this is what's transforming. Like, you're like this kid who is like, I'm never gonna fly. Life is always gonna be so hard when I'm walking on these little legs and whatever. And you're just not seeing like, no, you are gonna fly and you are gonna be a beautiful winged creature. And I also feel like you will be inspired. I'm almost wanting a tarot card for, let me see something here. Oh, Madonna. So funny when my Italian comes out. I don't know why I get a kick out of that. Okay. Seven of Swords. If there's a deception, the Seven of Swords is about a deception. And it feels like the 7 is about the deception kind of coming from outside, where the 5 of Swords is that sabotaging you doing it to yourself. I mean, not to mention we have the bird that's kind of going after, give me that honey. It's like I see you transforming your belief system. Like this is key. But what else? We have the 6 of Jars. Feel like this is, you really need to see in the past where other people's thoughts have kind of given you like false they're like false ideas, false strategies, false because it's just not your, like it doesn't belong in your energy. And I think this is partly what you're learning. That's that higher wisdom, is like you have to learn where that deception was from the past so you don't keep entering that loop. I want to know the specific energy that what is, all right, what do we want to ask for clarity here? What is the biggest illusion or deception, mind construct that needs higher wisdom? What is the energy that needs higher wisdom? Three of Swords. Well, I mean, that's pretty evident for me. That okay, so with this 3 of Swords coming out, the 3 of Swords is pain, right? Obviously, by that card. It's like heartache. However, with that Swords energy coming out, it's like it's like your own thinking that is what's causing the heartache. Now, I don't know if somebody said something to you that made you think of yourself in a certain way, but it's almost like you need to look, and it does feel like it's from the past. It could have been from a father, it doesn't have to be. But it's almost looking at that deception from a different angle. I feel like in a way to understand it with love. Like, I do feel like this person probably told you whatever they told you because that's the way they view the world and that's the strategy that maybe worked for them. But just because a particular strategy or mindset works for one person doesn't mean that it works for you. And so I think that there's higher wisdom for you to unlearn what this person from the past told you. Because there's heartache associated with it. And again, when you get that grander perspective, this is where I feel like that transformation happens. It's like you go from that energy to this energy. Yeah. Okay. So, Got all these cards everywhere. All right, so then we're going to go into what... That was a big tangent, I feel like. Okay, so we did if you resist. And then we go into it'd be helpful for you to release. Gentle release. Just go with it. Let yourself surrender to the flow of life's mysterious currents. Maybe it's releasing what this person said to you, releasing the pain that this person did. Again, I don't know if it's just one particular person or a particular collective within this message, but there is, and only take it if it resonates. Meaning you're gonna, like, you already know this is true for you. I'm just confirming it, okay? But it does feel like it's like a father figure or a male figure that you're, I don't know. I don't want to say this in a negative way, that you're having to kind of take what they said and let it go. It's like like let it go with love and ease though, and grace. Like, I understand that you were in this frequency, and if I was in that same frequency with the same life experiences that you had, I may make the same decision, but I don't have those experiences because that's not how my life was. And so that isn't true for me. And so you can release it with love in that way. The mindset that would be helpful for you right now: fast progress, charge ahead, move forward with swift precision, and do what must be done. It's funny because it's fast progress, but it's slow moving. Like these little kind of slower moves that you make end up being like these magical chess pieces, I feel like. And understand that you will experience fast progress when you release this pain and this, like, it really feels like there's a particular construct that needs... Do I have any cards that could help me? I don't know if this will help or not. Let's try this and just see. What construct are they really needing to heal from? What construct are they really needing to heal from? What construct are they releasing? What construct is this collective releasing? See, I don't think it's this deck. What about, let's try this one. What construct is this collective? These words I can't pronounce. Alacrity? Alacrity. Alacrity? Alacrity. I don't know how to say this word, okay? Okay, what does it mean? Set your sail according to the wind. Brisk and lively readiness, swift response, quick action, lightness, ease, and haste. Profundity, truth is stranger than fiction. And find, okay. There are only 4 of these particular types of cards, one for each element. So we have water here and we have earth, or pardon, this is air. There's only 2 of those cards in 144 cards. So the fact that 2 of those elements came out is a profundity. Truth is stranger than fiction. Isn't that kind of funny? So with that, I feel like there is a strong sense for you to change your constructs. In general, your mental constructs. I feel like I keep trying to get more information on that. I'm just not getting any specifics. So that almost gets me to the thinking that you will know what constructs, especially I guess with the information that it feels like it's coming from a father-like archetype from your past. Okay. So there's some thinking that needs to be like, this is what he thought. I release that in a nice, graceful, loving way. And with the water, great captains are made in rough waters. Ability to regulate, reduction of severity, restraining influence. So I also think that your reactivity, okay, maybe you saw a father figure type react in ways that maybe they react from their emotion, and so you learn to do that yourself, but that's not for you. So it feels like these are the things that need to be released. This mental constructs that you've learned from that person, and even the nervous system activations. Maybe this person was just very activated. Okay, like they would be anxious a lot, or nervous a lot, or fearful a lot, and yeah, that's the app. Okay, and then we go to you will experience, this is funny because this is like the 2nd or 3rd time that the right track has come out in this particular position, which is that you're going to experience steady progress. Like to know in what area. Steady progress in what? In balance. That makes sense with the things that you're needing to release. Okay. Like a steady progress with moderation, with like being in balance, not the high highs, not the low lows, but just really experiencing life with neutrality, but also what am I trying to say? But also it might take you a little bit this way or a little bit that way, but it's like most of the time there's peace and serenity. So when you're really feeling balanced and fulfilled and just that neutrality energy, this is when you're going to know that you're on the right track. But I do feel like there's something, behaviors that you learned early from a father figure or father type archetype, and you're meant to be this butterfly. You're meant to fly like out of that previous life, and you are different. You are different than what you experienced is kind of the feeling that I'm getting here. This is rather long and interesting. So if this whisper supported you by bringing you some clarity or confirmations, or it's just downright entertaining and you watched it the whole time, I ask that you reciprocate that support. My Venmo and PayPal are in the description. If you'd like to support this space in a free way, liking, sharing, and subscribing really help people who need these messages to find them. So until the next whisper, my friends.